Hey everybody. I've been looking at a lot of stuff on politics and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Donald Trump, and trying to figure out, Marjorie Taylor Greene. And like I said, I'm somebody that supports her. I think that Republicans, don't have to be zombies and agree with everything that Donald Trump agrees with. So that's one of the reasons why I support her. And again, she seems like she's still figuring things out. And one of the things that I think she's going to do, I think that Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she's being smart about it, she's building her name up. If you notice, she's doing all these interviews, she's speaking out. And again, I agree with a lot of things she has to say. But I think that she's going to start probably a podcast. And the reason why I'm saying that is because she is somebody that has a big social media following. Like, she has millions of folks that follow her on Twitter. That's, now X. She has people that talk about her a lot, whether it's mainstream media, whether it's, online websites and stuff like that. And so I think someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene would probably get a big deal with, a podcast host, like a company that's willing to, sign her and pay her millions of dollars. I think that there's probably some companies that she's talking with. It could be, Sirius XM or one of these companies that ends up, signing Marjorie Taylor Greene to a huge deal. Because if she's talking and she's interviewing folks, or, she's doing something, people are definitely going to talk. She has a unique perspective. She's very popular, and I think that's what she's going to do next. And then also with a podcast, she doesn't have to worry about censorship. She can, interview folks she wants to talk to in the Republican Party. And I think she might end up probably interviewing some Democrats. And so who wouldn't listen to or watch Marjorie Taylor Greene podcast? And so I think that she's probably going to get a lucrative deal with some company out there. And there's probably a bunch of companies that are lined up willing to sign her. I mean, to a huge deal, especially somebody who has insider knowledge about, politics. A lot of times you have folks who talk about politics, and there's nothing wrong about that. But to get an inside perspective of what's going on in Washington, D.C., to get an inside perspective of, what's happening with the lobbyists in Washington, D.C., what's happening with certain politicians that you might know, like to really get a Washington, D.C. insider that's, knows politicians, that sort of knows the system to talk about things, that would be, an amazing thing, in my opinion. And I think that, with someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene, somebody that's becoming more popular every day, and the more she's on television, the more she's speaking out against certain things, I think it's a no-brainer at this point. And so I think, it's just my prediction, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to start a podcast. And I'd be one of the first people listening to it or watching it on YouTube somewhere. So I think that's what she's going to do next. And then also I want to talk about this whole thing with Donald Trump. Why does Donald Trump keep on going on Truth Social saying all this stuff about Marjorie Taylor Greene? Like, in my opinion, why does he think that everyone has to agree with everything he, agrees with? And that's the one problem I have with Donald Trump, is that, he wants everyone to be like lockstep in, what he's talking about or the type of things he's trying to do. He wants everyone to follow just what he wants them to do. And that's not the way the world works. Like, you have Republicans that are for the environment. You have some that aren't for the environment. You have some that believe in certain things that he doesn't believe in. Like, Republicans need to get to a point where we're open to many different voices, many different opinions and things like that in the Republican Party. Like, this whole thing where everyone has to follow Donald Trump and everyone has to agree with everything he has to say it's insane. It's like, it's weird to me. That's what I want to say. It's very weird when you have a president that expects everyone to, believe in the same things he believes in. Like that's not the world. That's not life. That's not reality. And so, I applaud her for speaking out. It takes a lot of courage because there's other Republicans in Washington, D.C. that probably want to do the same thing, but they're too afraid to say anything because it's like, well, you know what? I don't want to be on Donald Trump's bad side. I don't want to sit up and have him put out a Truth Social message about me. Like, half in the day, if you don't agree with something that he's doing, people should speak out. Like, he's no king, he's no dictator. And so I even see it on Twitter a lot. I see a lot of people, not just politicians, but just regular people that are, they have to, if Donald Trump says the sky's orange, they tweet, oh my God, the sky's a beautiful orange color. Like, it's crazy just to be invited to a cocktail party or maybe get an invite to Mar-a-Lago or something. Like, to me, that's it's crazy. And I applaud Marjorie Taylor Greene for at least having enough courage to speak out and just being different. That's just my opinion. So in the comment section, let me know how you feel. Do you think Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to start a podcast in the future? I think she is, but let me know how you feel and let me know if you think that's her plan. Thank you.